victorious over the Solomon Islands as we get to the next game on the card, and it's Papua New Guinea up against Tahiti. New Guinea were very brave, just going down to Tonga, much more fancied rival. And Tahiti, well, they received a bit of a clinic from Australia, Pat, but this should be a much more tighter contest.
Yeah, I think Papua New Guinea were unlucky to go down versus Samoa. That was probably some of the most entertaining rugby that last minute or two there, keeping the ball alive. But yeah, I think Tahiti might do it a little bit tough now. Yeah,
it was. I think New Guinea threatened to score one of the tries of the, not just the tournament, of the year in any form of the game. The ball was run around miraculously. So it'll be New Guinea running right to left and kicking off against the Tahitians. We're underway. Ball down towards Varo. Takes it comfortably. Already more confident start from Tahiti. Running some heavy hitting stuff. New Guinea laying the boot in early. Across through Hubert Tassara. Tassara again, the big fella, just over the 22. Getting the play through Levi Jr. Now a bit of room to move out wide. Got a lot of standoff rugby.
That's good defence by PNG there. You know, really forcing them to play down in the half an hour. Here's the gap for them.
And now New Guinea, Flores, or Diavo it is going to run away and score.
That's exactly what PNG would have been looking for. You saw the deep kick-off, buying a lot of time in the air there, and pressuring them in the 22 and looking for that turnover, and they'd be really happy with that result.
Yeah, they did that well against Tonga, the New Guineans. They made the most of their opportunities. They've done it again. They get off to a 5-0 start. Tricky kick to come. The kicker all wrapped up.
That's a nice headgear piece, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like Rick McCosker from the early days of the cricket. Not a bad strike, though, just to the left. So New Guinea 5, Tahiti 0. And number 10, Kerwin Tiara is going to, number 10, Albert Levi Jr. is going to stand out for the New Guinean team. Just take it in, good hit by Maria.
Stay on fit, 12.
Early penalty for Tahiti. They go for a little dance across. This is Richmond. Goodings with him. There's two Richmonds out there. The brothers now losing his footing. That was Clark, the captain. So Tahiti with a little bit of real estate to use. A semi-goose step. It's more a head step. It's taken to the line. A decent run there by Wong Sung.
They've gone for a quick play. Unfortunately, didn't play that on. They would have had a bit of space and a few more people on their side for an overlap.
Substitution for PNG.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, next stop.
No?
Next stop.
Let's go. Mark here. Mark here. Crouch.
Hensley Peter to feed the ball.
Touch.
New Guinea sit very deep out to the right-hand side. Good scrum by Tahiti.
Standing up early. Number 12.
Way. Guy's the captain. Now across. Levi Jr. lurking. The 12. That's Tassara. Now Levi Jr. He's got some toe. He's going to motor away. They won't catch him. Under the post.
That was beautiful hands. Both PNG there running really fast onto the ball and you know, smooth through hands. It creates the overlap on the outside.
Yeah, they're a very quick team. In fact, both teams have a little bit more bounce in the step. Do you think that the warm-up game helps earlier in the morning, or do you think it's just, you know, they're a more evenly matched pairing?
Well, you find sometimes, you know, heading into day two after playing 3 games on day one, you're a little bit stiff and sore, and it takes you sort of that first game to get underway. I know Australia traditionally we're usually slow in that first game, and yet they came out there and smoked them. So yeah, no, I think it takes a little bit to get going. But
play, you touch it.
Well, the referee letting that one go. Didn't quite make the 10, but it's play on nonetheless. Tahiti with some room to move. It goes out to the far wing. Across for Ringo Albrecht.
5.
Kerwin Tioro. Let's play on. Good run here. It's Levi Jr. He passes the ball on again. Another try for New Guinea coming up.
Is that Peter Hensley?
I think it is. So New Guinea starting to show their class here. 17-0 with the kick to come. But Junior adds the extras. So all of a sudden, in 19-0, New Guinea making the most of their opportunities. They were very unlucky to go down against Tonga. Time just wasn't on their side. But it's good to see these nations such as Tahiti, coming through the ranks, Pat.
Yeah, definitely. It obviously gives them an opportunity to compete in the World Cup next year in Russia. So, they'd be really putting their hand up and competing to the best ability.
Tahiti are now an opportunity. Lots of room out there for Tiore and Tahiro. Good defence here by New Guinea. They've made the hits. Levi Jr. scrambling for the ball. It's been taken over at the far touchline.
5 meters.
Crowd building up here at North Sydney Oval on the hill, getting some sun.
Yeah, no, it's an absolute beautiful day for it. I can't see any reason why you wouldn't be spending Sunday afternoon here.
Yeah, some entertaining world-class rugby here. The IRB Oceania Sevens. So Tiore goes, but well picked up there by Levi Jr. And now they've got some room to move. New Guinea straightening up. That's Hensley Peter. He'll go around and get his second. So they're making the most of their opportunities here, Papua New Guinea. And Tahiti, they'll take a lot away from that as he adds the extras.
Yeah, that's a convincing lead going into half-time. I was having a talk to one of the coach, Al Manning, on the sideline, ex-Waratah player.
Yeah.
He's spending a bit of time with the PNG boys, and he's convincing me that they'll be in the World Cup sooner or later.
It'd be great to see them. I mean, they're certainly great athletes. Haven't seen much of them on the Seventh Circuit. They love their rugby league. It's good to see Union making some inroads over there. Kick goes down for Clark. Runs it into a wall. Defence has been the key for Papua New Guinea in this game. Across for Douglas Guys. That should be half-time.
I know it's Sevens rugby, but Jesus, some big hits out there, isn't it?
Oh, some enormous hits, and defence is going to be very important as we get to the pointy end of the tournament. There are some big blokes. You were down on the sideline before, Pat. They're a lot bigger close up, aren't they?
Oh, definitely. From this eagle eye up here, they don't look too big, but you get down there side by side, and they're very lean athletes. But geez, I wouldn't want to run into a few of them.
With the team talk, there's a close up there of Levi Jr. He's really heavily strapped. Yeah, getting the water in, the heat's starting to get here, up to about 22 degrees here in Sydney today, North Sydney Oval. Huffy and puffy.
I think he's doing well to breathe with that head tape around his jaw. That's just, I can't think that'll be real comfortable, to be honest, not to play in.
It's very noticeable.
Do you manage to get the
Pat, you were saying a few of the ball boys were getting a bit knocked up earlier on.
Yeah, when the boys are sort of putting 50 points on an opposition and scoring multiple tries, ball boys are going from behind the pace to the side, halfway, just back and back. And I think it was knocking a few of them out. My solution was just to give them a few more balls, but that'd be too easy for them, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would. Good to keep them in shape.
Interesting to see what Tahiti do off the kickoff, if whether they go to try and turn it over on the 10-metre line or do what PNG do and kick a bit longer and try and really pressure them down in the 22 and force that turnover and hopefully capitalise on it.
It was a very long and intense chat there for Tahiti. New Guinea's been out in the field and in set form for about a minute now.
Captain.
The other short kick. Varro couldn't take it. Missed tackle there. And now some space up the middle for Hensley Peter. He's been a star. He's already got 2 tries today. He links up, couldn't get the support. And now Tahiti on the counter-attack. A wide running start to the second half. A little chip kick.
Oh, perfect bounce.
There it sits up for Tiamimia.
Leave the ball.
The most entertaining of starts to the second half. Levi Jr. didn't get the favourable bounce, but the referee's going to bring it back.
I think he'll be thanking God that one there. The referee pulled that one up. He was in a bit of trouble there behind his pace.
Mark here.
He was end to end, so there'll be some huffing and puffing from all the players immediately.
Ruck.
Taken by Douglas goes. Now Levi, a better ball to work with. Nice ball on the chest of Tissara. And he's racing away, and it's only open paddock here. Hubert Tissara will jog all the way under the post, and New Guinea further their authority in this game. A lovely end-to-end rugby in the second half. It's certainly a nation on the rise on the 7th circuit. 31-0, kick to come, make it 33. New Guinea over Tahiti.
You know, it's just the start they're looking for in the second half. You know, obviously having to receive a kickoff's always the hardest thing, putting back down in your own half. But to turn around like that and do a length of the field, perfect.
Behind the line, eh?
I don't think you'll see much footy played in their half anymore, not for the rest of the game.
Yeah, no, they're an impressive outfit. I'm loving the style of their rugby, Pat, the New Guineans. They play with a lot of flair. I think they'd be very well received on the big stage if they can get to Hong Kong and Wellington down the track in the future.
Yeah, definitely. I know they get to occasionally play in the Australian tournament up there at the Gold Coast and also in Wellington, New Zealand. But yeah, to see them furthermore their games in the circuit would be unbelievable.
Levi Jr. with some space, drops it down to second gear. Easy as you like. And the game really starting to run away from the Tahitians.
Convert his own try here, and he'll have a nice little points tally for this game.
It will. It's hard to miss. Adds the extras. It sort of looks like headgear from the 1920s. So out to 40-0. Papua New Guinea over Tahiti. It's a disappointing end to the Tahitian campaign, but as discussed, they will have enjoyed the week and taken a lot out. The 2 number 8s fight for the ball. Be pinned up there by Billy Torria. Feeds it back now onto Hensley Peter. He's got a swag of tries. He's been impressive. Goes back through to Gyro Varro.
Substitution for
Cut
Tahiti.
them in.
Number 12.
12 white sub.
The long sun
Sub has
comes
been
off.
made.
And the referee playing very liberal with the advantage as well.
Oh, definitely. I think you have to in these games.
Yeah, it's the nature of sevens.
Crouch.
That Mark Richmond come on for the big fella for Tahiti. See if he can make an impact for them.
Pause.
Can they find
Engage.
40 points in 4 minutes?
It's doable, very doable.
Vantage white, knock on. Release tackler. Vantage over.
Ball put down there, some generous advantage played by the referee. So New Guinea will get a chance here.
Substitution for Tahiti. Number 10.
10 white sub.
So really ringing the changes to Tahitian cage. As Olivia Maria comes on to the field.
Up, up. Mark here. Come closer. Okay, crouch.
Really hear the referee huffing and puffing there, can't you?
Yeah, he really knocked up. He's been doing a lot of running. Well, 40 points will do that to you.
Engage.
So Hensley Peter looking for some more points. He comes across. This is Jason Mission, drifting. Levi Jr. with him if he needs him. Interesting sort of kick. We'll go over the touchline.
I think he'd be disappointed with that play. Centre field scrum's perfect tackling opportunity. You can go either way. Yeah, silly little kick.
Yeah, they've got the speed, the New Guineans. They don't really need to put it onto the boot.
Ah, not at all.
One there. Yellow.
So Papua New Guinea got 1 try left in them. It's a good line out from Tahiti. This is Maria, fresh into the field. Now they swift straight out to the wing. Onto the kick. No, he tries to get around him. And then elects for the boot. Taking play. They will get into the half. So it's 14-0 PNG over Tahiti. A stunning day in Sydney. The crowd been absorbing it, and some big games to come. Samoa, Tonga, Australia, and the Cook Islands up ahead of us. That's a nice clean line out. Hensley Peter gets it on for Mission. Now they go wide. Hubert, Levi with him if he needs him, overruns him. Starts to do it himself. Now Levi Jr. He's been all over this game today. Back for Mission. A little bit of goose step. We've seen many of them today. A long floating ball. Goes back for Hensley Peter. Takes it on the bounce. Travels backwards. This is the type of New Guinean style of rugby we've been accustomed to today. We've been treated. And the big number 8, Gyro Varro, strolls over the line, almost stopping. And picks up another 5-pointer for the team. Yellow, red and black.
It has been really convincing by PNG. They'd have to be happy with this, especially coming off that narrow loss to Tonga. Look, I really thought they were probably the better side in that Tongan game, and you know they would have been disappointed with that. And to come back out here, it's a good test of character. So good on them.
Yeah, it's been impressive. Levi Jr. adds the extras. 47-0. So for poor old Tahiti, it's been a belting for the second time in a space of about an hour and a half. They felt the strength of the Australians earlier. Out on the full. Some of the mistakes, bit of a coach killer, but it's not going to matter when you've put 47 points on the board. That's full time. The one last play for Tahiti. They've got options. Electing to run it. Killaney Clark. So Tahiti numbers to the right, a chance to get some points on the board. Do what the Wallabies couldn't do last night. This is Maria. Picked up by Gooding. Richmond in there as well. Tahiti showing some last-minute fight here. The buzzer has gone. This will be the last play of the game. And Tahiti showing some spirit. Ball's loose. Loose advantage. I think that's going to be it. Knock forward the call.
Number 3, you play the ball on your off your feet. Full time.
Full-time call. So Tahiti also close, but so far away. 47 for Papua New Guinea, 0 for Tahiti. Most entertaining game of football.
Oh, you got to love Sevens footy. And I think Tahiti started to come good there when they started running a little bit direct and not trying to play wide to wide. But I think, you know, obviously Levi Jr. was outstanding there for PNG. You know, multiple involvements, and also the number nine, Hensley Peter.
Thanks.
He was probably the 2 players for PNG that made the biggest impact.
Yeah, they were the 2 standouts. A great brand of football. They need to export that right around the world. It's very interesting and entertaining to watch. So that's it for the non-knockout rounds. We're going to go through to the big fellas coming up now. We've got Australia, Tonga, Cook Islands, and Samoa, the big 4, coming up next.
Sorry?
Yeah, that should be some hard-hitting footy. So
Watching everything.
we're looking forward to watch that.